What is up, guys? It's your boy Spooky Noodles, and I am back with another video. Today we are doing a Werewolf-A-Thon, or a Were-A-Thon, if you will. Today I'm gonna show you some books that I plan to eventually read. I don't know which one's coming first, which one's coming second, which one's coming third. I kind of just feeling them out as I go. I've already read a certain amount of werewolf books already. I've read, I think 5 werewolf books in the past few days. I read Bloody Night. No, I think I've read 6 books actually. Bloody Night by Tim Curran, which is a great werewolf book. I won't get into it here, but it's just really good. I won't get into any of these books here, but Ravenous by Ray Garton. I read that one. I read the Werewolf trilogy by Jeff Strand. And The Howling by Gary Brandner. I reread that one. So, and also I'm wearing this shirt. It says, I got that dog in me. It's a werewolf. Thought it was a funny shirt to wear for today, since I'm doing this video. But yeah, I read a few books. I read the Werewolf trilogy and those other 3 books. Today we will talk about some book mail, werewolf book mail I got. Now I got more books than this, and I'll do them in another book mail video. But this one is a werewolf book mail, so if you want to look at some werewolf books with me, stick around. Alright, so the first book I got is actually still in my handy dandy book bag, and that is, I got these cool bookmarks, by the way. This one's a Silver Bullet, which is a werewolf book, or a werewolf, well, not exactly wrong here, but it's a werewolf movie, a film that was based on a Stephen King book, which isn't really much of a book. It's more of illustrated novelette, if you will. Anyways, Silver Bullet, great werewolf movie. This is Beasts by Stephen R. George. Let me read the back for you guys. A fever in the blood. The origin of the virus was unknown. The first symptom was a pang of unbearable sensitivity to light, followed by pain shooting through the hip. Then came fever, and finally the hunger for blood. Uncontrollable, insatiable, it drove the infected to hunt, to strike, to feed. Now Sandra could feel the heat within her rising violently, and she was consumed with bloodlust as never before. A virus in the soul. Michael Smith came to the small Minnesota town to build a new life, and to fight to contain the virus that raged within him. But then the bodies were discovered. Bodies of young men shredded and disgorged, and Michael knew he was not alone. He knew who had followed him, and what she wanted, and the very thought of the blood taste made him drool with hunger. Beast. Done. Yeah, this book sounds amazing. I read the first few pages, and I was really getting into it, and then I stopped for some reason. I think I was still reading another werewolf book, so I didn't want to get them mixed up, but yeah. But I'm gonna restart it soon. I just want to get a taste for it. So, alright, next book we have here is Leaders of the Pack, which I also already started. I started the audiobook, but if I'm being frank with you, I'm really bad with accents. And when you're reading at 1.5 speed and you're at work doing something else, I just kind of lost track with what was going on in the audio. So I need to start again, but start from the book. So I'm going to start reading the book instead of the audiobook, which stinks, but whatever. This thing has illustrations in it, I believe. Some really cool illustrations, if I wasn't mistaken. I'm not seeing any. Wait, there was an illustration. Yeah, there's some illustrations here, so like, I know you can't really see that very, oh, actually you might be able to see that. So like, there's some cool illustrations in this thing. You got writers such as Glenn Rolfe, David Wellington, David Watkins, Jonathan Jans, T.W. Piperbrook, Thomas Emerson, Ray Garton, Graham Reynolds, Nick Steed, Matt Serafini, Paul Kane, and Jeff Strand, which is called Ivan's Night Out, which sounds like a blast because Ivan's from the Wolfman trilogy. And he was in the first book and then the third book, and I don't hope that doesn't ruin anything for anybody, but yeah, I can't wait to read this book. I'm not gonna read the back because it's a long synopsis and it's an anthology, so it doesn't really give anything away. Now this one, I'm not 100% sure if it is a werewolf book, but that is Quarrel with the Moon. As you can see, it has all the makings of a werewolf book, but I wanted to give it, I wasn't really sure if it was a werewolf book, but I'm gonna take a guess that it is, because Quarrel with the Moon, and then with the werewolf hand there and the moon, and I don't know, I just have a feeling this is a werewolf book. I could be wrong, but I don't know. And let me read the back. Worse than any nightmare. It began with the bones It began with the bones, strange remains of a creature almost human. Josh Hallman at the New York Institute of Anthropology could not believe his eyes. He seemed to be staring at a new kind of missing link. The remains had come from the mountains of West Virginia. Josh would investigate, and with him would go his lady, beautiful Krista Faraday, taking a vacation from her career as a top fashion model, hoping to revitalize her relationship with Josh. But the strange bones were the least of it. Before Josh and Krista arrived in West Virginia, 3 people would die horribly, and they were only the first. Something in the mountains was hungry, something that craved human flesh, something that had a quarrel with the moon. So I'm gonna take a gamble and say this is a werewolf book. I just read the title and the synopsis, and I was like, it sounds like a werewolf book. It could be not a werewolf book, but I'm gonna take a gander and say it is. Alright, next we have The Whirling by David Robbins. Now, very quick synopsis here. I've only read one other David Robbins book, and I didn't finish it, but his writing is phenomenal. And the only reason why I didn't finish the other book is because it was a Halloween read, and it was called Prank Night, and I read most of it. I just, I fell out of the Halloween spirit and wanted to read something else. But anyways, this is a Whirling. This is a werewolf book. Let me read the back. Driven by unquenchable bloodlust. At first, it was a masquerade, the realization of a secret fantasy, nourished by deep-seated hatred. Now he is a creature possessed, compelled by the spirit of the wolf to prowl the darkness, seeking victims to ravage and destroy. He has become the Whirling. And this book is actually kind of thicker for most of the werewolf books I read, but it's 336 pages long, and it's a beast. I like this book. It's gonna be great. I know it. I just know it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be great. It's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, but yeah. Next we have, I'm not going to read the synopsis on these 2 books because they're sequels, but we got The Howling 2, and this one's called The Return, and I love the cover for them. This thing is such a cool cover. Love The Howling. I have to refresh myself on the movie because it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but The Howling, the book, was just phenomenal. I really liked it. I recently reread it. It was very good, like I said in the beginning of this video, and I can't wait to read the sequel, which is This Is It. This is the sequel. And then I have the following after that one, Echoes, The Howling 3, and yeah, Gary Brandner's really good at tailing these Howling books. And then I got this one, which I've already said at the top of the video I've read, but it's Ravenous by Ray Garton. Ravenous is the first book, I believe, and then Bestial is the second one, which I have over there on my bookshelf. I'll read the back for you guys since this is the first book. When Emily Crane's car breaks down on a dark, lonely road at night, she is attacked and a man she kills in self-defense. That night, the walks out of the morgue. Later, Emily begins to experience strange cravings, and her body undergoes terrifying changes. When brutal killings leave victims partially eaten in the Northern California coastal town of Big Rock, Sheriff Arlen Hurley scoffs at the talk of werewolves, until a tuft of wolf's fur is found on a victim. It soon becomes clear that whatever is responsible for the killings, it is not alone. There are more than one. and they are doing something much worse than killing and eating people. Boom. Ravenous by Ray Garden. Very good book. Very good book. And I can't wait to read the sequel, Bestial, soon. Very good book, if I do say so myself. And just to get all the books together. Although I don't think I'm going to do that this video. But yeah. Boom. That is the video. So yeah, I've read a total of 6 werewolf books so far during this readathon. So this is my best readathon I've ever had. I'm currently listening to a few. I'm mowing through audiobooks. In fact, my goal this year to read 20 books has been far succeeded with 42. Yeah, it's been great. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say for this video. Because in the next one, I'm going to be reviewing a lot of werewolf books. So check that out. But without further ado, let's end this clip or video. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you have a spooky night. And I'll catch you in the next video. Deuces.